Everyone knows Michael Jordan as the GOAT, but behind every legend, there's often an unsung hero. Scottie Pippen wasn't just Jordan's right-hand man, he was a superstar in his own right. It's not even a stretch to say he's one of the greatest two-way players of all time. But despite his 6 championships and elite skills, Pippen's greatness is often overlooked. Why? In this video, we're uncovering the truth about the NBA's most underrated superstar and why Scottie Pippen deserves to be celebrated as one of the all-time greats. In the world of sports, the term sidekick is often used to describe the second in command, the player who supports the superstar and helps them achieve greatness. The Robin to the Batman. Throughout NBA history, there have been some incredible sidekicks. Players like Kobe Bryant during Shaquille O'Neal's dominance with the Lakers, Klay Thompson playing alongside Stephen Curry during the Warriors dynasty, and Dwayne Wade playing with LeBron James in Miami. But when we talk about the greatest sidekick of all time, one name stands above the rest: Scottie Pippen. Pippen wasn't just a sidekick, he was a superstar in his own right. Despite his incredible accomplishments, he remains one of the most underrated players in NBA history. Scottie Pippen's career is decorated with accolades that most players can only dream of. He was a 7-time NBA All-Star, a 6-time NBA champion, and a 10-time All-Defensive Team selection. He was named to the All-NBA First Team 3 times and was one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history. Pippen was also a key member of the 1992 Dream Team, widely regarded as the greatest basketball team ever assembled. His versatility on the court was unmatched. He could score, pass, defend, and rebound at an elite level. With all these accomplishments, you might wonder, why was Scottie Pippen so underrated? To understand why Pippen is overlooked, we need to rewind to his early days in the NBA. Scottie Pippen was drafted by the Seattle Supersonics with the 5th overall pick in the 1987 NBA draft, but was quickly traded to the Chicago Bulls. When he first arrived in Chicago, Pippen wasn't seen as a future superstar. He was a raw talent with a lot of potential, but he was far from the polished player he would eventually become. During his rookie season, Pippen came off the bench for most of the year, averaging a modest 7.9 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists per game. He showed flashes of brilliance, but few expected him to become one of the best players in the league. However, everything changed when Chicago brought in a new coach, Phil Jackson. When Phil Jackson took over as head coach of the Chicago Bulls in 1989, he introduced the triangle offense, a system that required all players to be versatile and unselfish. The triangle offense was designed to take the ball out of Michael Jordan's hands and spread the responsibilities across the team. This system allowed Scottie Pippen to flourish as the team's number 2 option. Pippen's unique skill set made him the perfect fit for the triangle offense. He was a point forward, capable of handling the ball, creating plays for his teammates, and scoring when needed. Under Jackson's guidance, Pippen's game reached new heights. His scoring, rebounding, and assists improved, and he became one of the best defenders in the league. With Pippen's emergence, the Chicago Bulls transformed from a one-man show into a legitimate championship contender. Scottie Pippen's rise to stardom turned the Chicago Bulls into a formidable force in the NBA. Before Pippen's emergence, the Bulls were seen as a team that could make the playoffs, but not much more. But with Pippen playing alongside Jordan, the Bulls became a legitimate threat to win the championship. In the 1990-91 season, Pippen averaged 17.8 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 6.2 assists per game. He was named an All-Star for the first time, and his contributions on both ends of the floor were crucial to the Bulls' success. Chicago finished the regular season with a 61-21 record, the best in the Eastern Conference. In the playoffs, Pippen's size and defense were on full display. He was often tasked with guarding the opposing team's best player, and he did so with tenacity and skill. The Bulls cruised through the playoffs, eventually defeating the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA Finals to win their first championship. Pippen's defense on Magic Johnson was a key factor in the series, and he established himself as one of the best two-way players in the game. Scottie Pippen's roles in the Bulls' first three-peat cannot be overstated. From 1991 to 1993, the Bulls won 3 consecutive NBA championships, and Pippen was a crucial part of that success. His size, versatility, and defensive prowess made him the perfect complement to Michael Jordan. During the Bulls' three-peat, Pippen averaged around 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. He was the team's secondary scorer, but his impact went far beyond just putting up points. Pippen's ability to guard multiple positions, facilitate the offense, and come up with big plays in clutch moments made him indispensable for the Bulls. When Michael Jordan shocked the world by retiring from basketball in 1993, many expected the Chicago Bulls to fall apart. But Scottie Pippen wasn't about to let that happen. In Jordan's absence, Pippen stepped up and took on the role of the team's leader. During the 1993-94 season, Pippen had one of the best years of his career. He averaged 22 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 5.6 assists per game, earning him All-Star Game MVP honors and finishing 3rd in the MVP voting. Under Pippen's leadership, the Bulls remained a playoff contender, finishing the season with a 55-27 record. Although they fell short in the playoffs, Pippen had proven that he could carry a team on his own. He wasn't just a sidekick, he was a superstar who could lead a team to success. When Michael Jordan returned to the NBA in 1995, Scottie Pippen was stronger than ever. He had matured as a player and was more than ready to help the Bulls win more championships. Pippen's experience and leadership were invaluable during the Bulls' second three-peat from 1996 to 1998. During this period, Pippen's numbers remained consistent, but his impact went beyond the stat sheet. He was the glue that held the team together, providing stability and leadership both on and off the court. Pippen's defense was as strong as ever, and he continued to be the team's primary playmaker when Jordan was being heavily guarded. His ability to take on any role the team needed made him an indispensable part of the Bulls' success. Despite all of his accomplishments, Scottie Pippen is often underrated, especially when compared to other NBA superstars. One of the main reasons for this is that he was overshadowed by Michael Jordan's brilliance. Jordan is widely regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time, and playing alongside him meant that Pippen's contributions were often overlooked. It's not easy to stand out when you're playing with a GOAT, and Pippen's greatness was often taken for granted. Another reason Pippen is underrated is that some of the most memorable moments from his career are controversial ones. One of the most famous incidents occurred during the 1994 playoffs, when Pippen refused to go into the game because Phil Jackson had drawn up a play for Tony Kukoc to take the final shot. This moment was seen as a stain on Pippen's legacy, even though Kukoc ended up making the shot. And also, Pippen's post-Bulls career, where he failed to win another championship, has also contributed to the perception that he wasn't as great as his accolades suggest, that he can't win without Michael. It's important to remember just how good Scottie Pippen was in his prime. He was a defensive monster, capable of shutting down the best players in the league. His size, speed, and basketball IQ made him one of the most versatile players of all time. Pippen could score, rebound, pass, and defend at an elite level, and his ability to impact the game in so many ways makes him a unique talent. He was arguably the best two-way player of all time. Pippen's legacy should not be defined by the controversial moments or by the fact that he played alongside Michael Jordan. Instead, it should be remembered for what it truly is: the legacy of a superstar who played a crucial role in one of the greatest dynasties in NBA history. Scottie Pippen's legacy as one of the NBA's most underrated superstars is a testament to his humility and team-first mentality. He was never the loudest or flashiest player on the court, but his impact was undeniable. Pippen's ability to do whatever it took to help his team win made him one of the most valuable players in the league. Pippen's contributions to the Chicago Bulls' 6 championships should never be underestimated. Without him, it's unlikely that the Bulls would have achieved the same level of success. Pippen's legacy is one of quiet excellence, and while he may never receive the same recognition as other superstars, those who truly understand the game know just how important he was. Scottie Pippen was more than just a sidekick. He was a superstar in his own right. His impact on the game of basketball is still felt today, and his legacy as one of the greatest players of all time is secure.